guys, how are you? In this particular video we are going to talk about the ulnar nerve, and we know that the ulnar nerve is amongst the nerves of the upper limb which runs along the whole length of the upper limb, and we have the four distinct regions in the upper limb, that is axilla, arm, forearm and hand. And whenever we are going to talk about the course of a particular nerve, we have to see it in these particular regions. So what is the introduction of the ulnar nerve? The ulnar nerve is the nerve of the medial aspect of the upper limb, and it is also known as the musician nerve. Why it is known as the musician nerve? Because this nerve actually controls the fine movements of the fingers. As the magic of a musician all depends upon its movements of the finger, so this nerve actually controls the fine movements of the fingers. So talking about the root value of the ulnar nerve, the ulnar nerve gets its fibers from the ventral rami of C7, C8 and T1 segments of the spinal cord. The nerve formed in the axilla from the medial cord of the brachial plexus, so formed by the medial cord of the brachial plexus. In the axilla, the nerve lies between the axillary vein and the axillary artery. By passing between these two particular vessels, the nerve enters in the arm region. In the arm, as the axillary artery continues as the brachial artery, we know that. So in the arm, the nerve lies medial to the brachial artery, and suppose this is the medial side and this is the lateral side. The nerve lies on the medial aspect of the brachial artery in its proximal part, but not its distal part. At the middle of the arm, suppose this is the middle of the arm, the nerve actually pierces the medial intermuscular septum. Suppose this is medial intermuscular septum, and runs on the dorsal aspect as it is shown by the dotted lines. Before going into the forearm, the nerve descends downwards and passes behind the medial epicondyle of the humerus, and this is the medial epicondyle of the humerus, and the nerve passes at its dorsal aspect where it can be palpated and gives funny sensations. So that is why the humerus is known as the humerus bone. The nerve then enters the forearm, and by passing between the two heads of flexor carpi ulnaris muscle. So we know that the flexor carpi ulnaris muscle is the muscle of the medial aspect of the forearm. So these are the two heads, this one and this one are the two heads of flexor carpi ulnaris muscle. Moving downwards, the nerve lies on to the flexor digitorum profundus muscle on its medial aspect. So this muscle is flexor digitorum profundus muscle, a muscle of the deep compartment of the forearm. In its distal, so this is the distal 2/3 of the forearm, distal 2/3 or lower 2/3 of the forearm, the nerve actually accompanies the ulnar nerve. So this is the ulnar nerve. Ulnar artery. Descending downwards, the nerve passes superficial to the flexor retinaculum, that is a band of deep fascia at the wrist joint, near to the wrist joint. A band of deep fascia is there, that is flexor retinaculum, and this is its proximal border and this is its distal border. By passing superficial to the flexor retinaculum, then at its distal border, the nerve divides into superficial and deep branches to supply the cutaneous innervation as well as muscular innervation to the muscles of the hand, particularly its palm and dorsal region. So this is all about the course of the ulnar nerve. So if you like my work, please subscribe to my channel and like my video. Thank you very much.